A very warm welcome everyone, my name is Nick and I hope you are well as we come to this Sunday sort of like vlog where we talk about various bits and bobs, some of it nonsense, some of it quite interesting. Now I come up with something quite interesting recently when I was watching a clip on YouTube. It was the show which I don't normally watch This Morning, which is like a chat show in the morning on ITV, hosted by Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby. Now, it's always good to have, as people, we have set ideas about how things work. Some of them quite strong that we've always taken as a given as we've grown up. But it's always good to try and accept new ideas, new ways of thinking. But these three guys on This Morning, I did rather struggle trying to take in their new concepts. But let me tell you what it is, see if you agree or disagree. Now, these three guys, of some scientific background, they were absolutely adamant that the world was not round, the world was flat. So not round, the world is flat. That's a bit crazy talk, first of all, my initial reactions. Now, back in early times, so 1500s, 1600s, there were great tales of ships which sailed over the horizon and off the edge of the earth, never to be seen again. But that was old-style thinking. Why every picture I've seen of Earth is round, whether they be from weather stations, satellites, and from popular culture and films. Admittedly, I've never been into space, so I've never seen the curvature of the Earth myself, but why would anyone lie about it if the Earth was actually flat? There's no advantage to be gained by saying the world is round when it really is flat. And also as well, although I'm on Earth, all my observations of other bodies of a certain size which I can see, I have gravity working on them from certain, well, all sides equally, which has pushed them into a ball. So the moon is round. The sun, although don't look directly at the sun, is also round, and I've seen planets through telescopes, Mars and Jupiter, they are also round. So it's a bit of a leap to then suggest that Earth, in the same sort of like realm and solar system and laws of physics of this, should not be round. Why would it be flat? It makes no sense. But you know, always be open to new views, no matter how strange it sounds. So I thought I'd let myself be open to what they said. Now, Holly Willoughby said, why did they think this, which in the modern day world seems quite a preposterous idea. They said that the evidence they've seen doesn't support what we've been told is true. So they're still adamant it's flat, all three of these guys. They said one of their experiments they did was firing a laser sight across this long river, and the results they got back suggested that the Earth was flat. Seems a bit weak, but they said that was just one of their experiments here. Am I the crazy one, or are they the crazy ones? I don't know what's going on. There's the World is Flat Society, I think it's called something like that, if you want to check that out as well. But this idea seems a bit noodle doodle. The Earth is round, is it not? Anyway, so I continued watching it as I was getting more and more annoyed. Couldn't see any reason why to lie about it and say it was so obvious. Now, one of their arguments was water always finds its own level. So gravity, water will get to a certain point. So in a lake, the water would be flat. A river be lake. A cup of tea, the water would be flat. So there we go. So nothing's going to change there. So they're making the leap now to saying, right, if water always finds its level, if the Earth was a globe, why is suddenly the water curving around a ball? Well, it's gravity, isn't it? That's the way gravity works. Everything working down keeps everything in place. That stops me flying off the Earth, although I'm upside down, people in Australia, and that stops all that stuff. This is basic school physics, is it not? I'm a bit flabbergasted. They're looking at it as if the Earth is in a room somewhere, and you're trying to put water on a football, and the water's going to drip off. Well, the planet Earth is a bigger thing. It's in space, an area of zero gravity. It's rotating and it's spinning round the sun. Now, just to give you an idea of gravity, if I had a fruit bowl with apples in it and I turned it like that and didn't move, the apples would fall out. But if I was moving across like this at speed round in circles, those apples, gravity is going to hold them in because it's working on it. That's pretty basic, isn't it? Anyway, I continued watching this stuff, totally unbelievable. They sort of like don't believe in gravity. Well, they understand gravity as a concept, but they say there's no proof. When Holly Willoughby said to them, so Isaac Newton was wrong, was he? They got a bit quiet and said maybe he just didn't tell you the whole truth. Why? Why? Isaac Newton was a scientist. He's not going to lie about stuff. He wants to prepare papers, and put them out there and seem like an all-round clever chap. Anyway, so I thought this was absolutely rubbish, but then they had Brian Cox, Professor Brian Cox. Let's see what he had to say on the matter. He's a former keyboard player of D. Ream, but let's not focus on that. He's a professor as well. Go, Brian.
You see, I'm lost for words. It's probably the most nonsensical suggestion that a thinking human being could possibly make. It is drivel.
Yes, I'm with Brian on this one. We've never heard a story of someone falling off the edge of the Earth. People have circumnavigated the globe in boats and ships. There's planes that have gone round the Earth in both directions. I mean, it makes no sense. And maybe they think when you get to the end of the Earth, it's flat. Instead of falling off, a teleports you back the other side. Or there's force fields holding the seawater in so it don't fall off. But that concept with a force field teleporting you and stuff is even more harder to believe than the Earth. The Earth is round is a simpler concept to that, is it not? Maybe they're just trying to sell books or something. I really don't understand what they're getting at, trying to educate people that the Earth is flat. Now I'm going to look like a right twit if the Earth does turn out to be flat, but I'm prepared to take the risk. I think the risk is negligible. Now, also, these guys, they argue that the Earth looks round to yourself because of your field of vision. So the furthest you can see, if I went round like that, the furthest I could see, it would look like a sphere. You can try this if you go outside. Look up, look around, you'll see like a sphere like this, because it's the furthest you can see. Well, that is true, but because of that, you don't then make the leap that the Earth is flat. The Earth is still round, although your field of vision is like that. That makes no difference to the physics of space. Yeah, I want to bring Brian back on, but I think he said pretty much everything.
Drivel.
Then it comes to the point, what about people that have been into space? What about people from the space station, have seen space, taken pictures of the Earth and stuff? What about all of those people? Then one of the guys had the cheek to say that the footage of Tim Peake in space, or on the space station, was fake. It was all filmed in a Hollywood studio, or maybe even the Good Morning or This Morning studio. Why? I mean, the cost of doing this constantly for decades and decades and decades, and no one leaking the secrets, would be insurmountable compared to the cost of going into space. It would be cheaper just to do it for real. One of the guys said that a lot of these people in space they're all military people, so they could all be, I presume, paid off to lie. And then Philip Schofield, who had his research, said to him, no, there's 230 individuals that have been into space or visited these international space stations, to be more accurate, and they're from 18 different countries. So all 230 people from those 18 countries, they were all lying, was they? Now, they seem to suggest that the International Space Station isn't there. I think if you've got some binoculars or a telescope, you could probably focus on that and see it for yourself if you're on certain points of the globe. I mean, it's enough to drive you crazy, isn't it? The Earth is flat. The Earth is round. It's round. It's round. We all know it's round. Why am I even debating it? Now, this is going to get really basic. Now, the guy on the end there, he couldn't get round the idea that if the Earth was round, it can't be round because that would mean planes are flying upside down. Well, there's no upside down. That's a school kid's reference. There's no upside down. I'm telling you, gravity works all sides. So it's relative to the It's like if you went into space, you couldn't go left or right or something because there's no relevance for left and right. Go to Mars, it's on the left, and then the third right across. Absolutely noodle doodle madness. So let me know what you think about that. Do you think the Earth is round, Or do you think it's a big conspiracy to make you think that for reasons unknown and it's really flat all along with edges and stuff you can fall off or teleport across to the other side? Now, just to give you a bit of an idea of the viewers from, I can't remember if it's Good Morning or This Morning, it's one of the two. Just to give you an idea of the viewing figures of this to see where your thoughts lie. They put out a vote to see who agreed with it. 94% of people said, yep, the Earth is round. But 6% said that it wasn't. 6% of the people said it was flat, so agreed with these three so-called experts. Now, this 6%, they're probably drunk or students or both. The other people, I don't know what they're thinking. It's probably those three on their phones again. So in summary, I can't completely rule out the world isn't flat, but I'm 99.99% recurring. And with Professor Brian Cox in my corner, the keyboard player or former keyboard player Dream, I'm prepared to go with that. Now, tell me what you think. Do you think these three guys are a group of crazies, or do you think they're revolutionaries trying to spread the truth so everyone knows? Let me know about that. I'm glad you could watch this again. Until next time, what a crazy vlog. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fun. Goodbye.
Goodbye.